regardless, we welcome you back to Lone Depot Park. Rain in the area much of the afternoon. None of it matters with the roof closed here. Back with Cy Young voting last year, who will slot right at the top of the Philadelphia Phillies rotation at the end of the month.
Yeah, 32 start
last year. Let's take a look at Team Korea's starting lineup. We talked about Bo Young-boon in the open. He has been kind of a one-man band, 2 homers. He was limited to 45 pitches in that game, and his first offering is swung out and missed. So as you're used to watching in the World, 1-1 pitch swung out and missed.
That's the pitch right there, that sinker down in the zone. Hitting
point more familiar than those on Team Korea. That's in play for Manny Machado, and Christopher Sanchez first out comes on the ground tonight. Jones here representing Korea by virtue of his mother Michelle of Korea. Platoon capacity really shined against left-handed pitching. Big reason why he's in there tonight, batting second.
It's got a good one.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Jahmai Jones. Another ground ball, this one for Perdomo.
Multiple great plays, it feels like every game.
So 2 ground ball outs in that. An MVP in the KBO before coming stateside and signing that big contract. Quickly behind 0-2 is Jung-hoo Lee. Little noise behind Sanchez. And an all-business start to the night by the Dominican ace. Korea goes down this far into the knockout round. They were saving their best weapon for this night to try to move on through the quarterfinals. And it's Ryu's 3-2 home. And it's still a full count. So one of the things that, and you've seen it yonder because you've been doing the entire book to a lot of them today, it's not just the power, it's the quality of the at-bat. Willing to take walks, unlike previous incarnations.
Searching for a home run, it's actually searching for big innings.
Tatis locked up on a big yacker. Oh. But nothing since 2019. I think regardless of who gets to work on the mound for team. Ryu's fallen behind the 3-1, and it's a full count.
And that's where the Dominican team has to lay up.
1 gone, bases empty, bottom of the first, and a chopper to shortstop for Ju-won Kim. 2 quick outs for Ryu. Monero, 45 homers as a 21-year-old last year. Julio Rodriguez, a 3-time All-Star. Agustin Ramirez and Geraldo Perdomo. On here's Soto, the 4-time All-Star and 6-time Silver Slugger, picks on the first pitch. Ha-seong Kim bobbles, recovers in plenty of time, and it's a scoreless first for Ryu. Finals that are split between here and Houston. A scoreless start to the night in this one. And the reigning rookie of the year in the KBO. 2 ground outs and a strikeout looking for each starter tonight. Big pass and a miss to put on behind 1-2. That takes you a lot deeper into your pitch count than you could have been. And a chopper for Marte. Infield's been busy so far tonight for the Dominicans, and there's 1 away.
And that's a very good sign if they are.
Has done much of the heavy lifting for Team Korea so far. 11 runs batted in, the most ever for any player in the first round of the tournament. And rather anxiously chopping 1 to ball and no strikes. Whitcomb having spent parts of the last couple of years with the Houston Astros, and he plays for Team Korea. A ball and a strike to count from Sanchez.
The best way I can describe it is
because you didn't want to get behind.
Did not want to get behind. I've seen it too many times.
Wow, all business, man. And here in Miami, a scoreless start to the night between the Dominican Republic and Korea. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Manny Machado.
Even more of a nervous wreck when he comes to the stadium. I said, your dad played forever.
Your dad's in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
His son's career. Oh, that's what we do as dads. And there's ball 4. And there's some of the great plate discipline that we discussed in the first inning. Some easy takes.
It's what they do.
16 of those walks in the tournament have come around to score. And here's Manny Machado now, the 7-time All-Star and future Hall of Famer. And he takes strike 1. In Korea, walked only 25 batters in 144 innings last year. Manny sends that one into the outfield. First ball that's been put in play out there. Jahmai Jones handles it for out number 1.
About him, and he took 10 minutes just to talk about him.
Kind of a nice moment earlier in the tournament where he was
very quick bat. I mean, one of the fastest bat speeds in the game. Like that right there.
You know, because Ryu's not going to be out there for a long time, that's going to stay fair and do a little damage. It's going to rattle around in the corner. And they're going to wave Big Vladdy, throw to the plate. What a slide! He's saved! Oh, man!
Well, check this out. Gets a pitch down in the zone, just like Vladdy's dad used to do. But the best thing is Vladdy right here with his secondary in the lead. But once this turns, look at this. He sees what's happening.
Last year,
picture perfect.
Yankee fans look away. Infield in. That ball smothered by Kim. Throw to first base. Brings in another score on an RBI ground ball.
He's got to make contact.
Ball with no strikes to Agustin Ramirez. 24-year-old Miami. And there's ball 4.
For kids at home, understanding the throw is waving you off, but Julio Rodriguez won the game. You're still in the play.
2 in with 2 away, runner at first for a bunting Geraldo Perdomo, who pushes that one foul, and that would have caught him. And this from a guy in Perdomo yonder who drove in 100 runs last year for the Diamondbacks. 0-2 the count to Geraldo Perdomo. A little check-in. Dig even harder, and it looks like it's B. Perdomo sends that to center field. What a nice at-bat that was. Base hit on a 2-strike count. Runners at first and second for.
Just love how he goes and gets it with his lower half. There's just no break, Manny.
Dominicans going undefeated in pool play. Into the opposite field. It's going to get Ramirez home. 3-0 DR.
Look at Tatis. Let it travel. Oh, thing of beauty. That was the approach the whole at-bat.
Fernando Tatis Jr. has driven in 10 runs in 4+ games in this tournament. Turning 40. Turns out his second act has been his best, and that just dropped off the table.
And you're going to see a lot of that. But the approach for the Dominican has been elite.
And a foul ball, says the first base umpire. Man, that looked awfully close. Not by much.
Not by much.
Nice call.
You would think you would slow him down with a changeup.
Got him. Marte swings over the top of a ball in the dirt. However, 3 runs on 3 hits. Under a 3-0 lead as he begins work in the top of the 3rd. Against the bottom 3rd of the Korea lineup, and a big heater has Ha-seong Kim waving mid intensity or the moment, and it's like we're in mid-July all of a sudden.
It's got to be the lights. Play a lot of day games.
They're not going to speed your bat up, are they?
But he could be thinking about speeding the bat up. Yeah, he's got no chance right there.
No chance.
Well, 16.
Here's Dong-Won Park, the catcher.
I felt like that start against Nicaragua.
He's really leaned on a sinker so far. First time through the lineup. He's thrown 18 of them now, and he's gotten 15. He's already equaled the number of swings and misses tonight that he had in his entire outing against Nicaragua. I mean, as it all kind of relates back to free agency.
No question. He's also got the build for being a guy who.
2 balls and 2 strikes to the Korean catcher. Not a lot of deep count.
Park likes the pull here.
He was trying.
Yeah.
Still a full count. Deepest count staff aces. But Park has hit 20 or more homers in 3 straight seasons. And he draws ball 4. So now Joo-won Kim, a Korean shortstop coming off a year last season in the KBO where he set career highs all across. 2 balls and a strike. Not quite the same calculus that we award gold gloves here in the States in Major League Baseball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Strikeout number 4 for Christopher Sanchez tonight. All but one of those 5 pitches were sliders. There's a ground ball to third for Machado. Goes the short way to cut down Kim and strand the 1-out walk. This is the knockout round of the tournament is underway. Winner here tonight gets the winner of the U.S. and Canada. Starting up short.
Flip the bat a ton.
Yeah, they do. They do. They're good at it. You know, I thought it was in. We kind of mentioned this earlier, but thought it was watching almost like from a fan's point of view with their mouths agape. Soto bashes a ball into right center field for a leadoff base hit. Flying Vlad for good and evil.
I spoke to him earlier. I said, "How you doing, man?" He goes, "I love this. This is
not result in an out means that Juan Soto's awarded second base. So look for him to potentially go here." Soto stays put. Vlad sends out into right center, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. Soto being waved around the bag by Carlos Febres. Oh, what a throw to the plate. And they missed the tag. Soto's safe. Park wants him to look at.
What a slide.
Here we go. We'll take a look at it here. We'll get it here. Oh, I don't know, Yonder. I don't know. I don't know if they ever got there. Did he ever get?
You see him right there saying he missed him.
That. Oh yeah, look, the ball. He's stuck in the ground. Park's glove got. First, it's Vlad Guerrero Jr. flying through midair, catching a corner of home plate. Infield comes in, a run is in, a runner at third base. 4-0 Team Dominican Republic as Jung-hoo Park goes to work. Line to the left, that's a base hit that'll drop and score Guerrero, and it's 5-0 for the Dominican Republic.
Hitters, they're able to slow down the moment. Gets a changeup, stays on it. Just very well connected, staying through the baseball. It's one thing we hadn't seen so much.
And scored in the 3-run second. Back up the middle and through. That's 4 straight hits to open the inning. Baseball classic. The team is up by 15 after 5 innings. Or up by 10 runs.
It could be a long inning.
5 different Dominican hitters have RBIs tonight. And the count. I like that you brought that up because the pedigree. But they have played around the margins brilliantly. They are doing the little things as Julio strikes out. Take, for example, only in the bottom half of inning number 3. Runners aboard with one away. Agustin Ramirez taking a big healthy hack. So part of how Team Korea was going to stay in this game, Yonder, we talked about this, was get on base, run.
All good and dandy, but that's when you get to first base, you want to do those things.
Managerial experience in the Winter League. Here at the Classic, came very close, depending on who you talk to landing the Angels job. And Ramirez couldn't hold on. Yeah, it's weird to say that.
Calm, cool, and collective. He also understands what it's like to be in a clubhouse, right? He's been a bench player as well in the later parts of his career.
Two and two. Machado and Caminero do go. And it's ball four to load the bases. So Perdomo, who has a terrific idea of the strike zone, more walks than strikeouts last year, draws the two-out difficult damper on Team Korea. Two balls each, has 10 runs batted into the tournament. And they want nothing to do with it. Make it 11 on a bases loaded walk. It makes it 6-0 Dominicans. Walk starts him with a strike. On 37 walks.
I thought you were going to say they've been hitting for 37 minutes.
Juan Soto next. He started the inning by signaling and scoring. 2-2. Two pitch home. Here we go, full count pitch home. And Marte takes a bases loaded ball four. From 0-2 to a bases loaded walk. 7-0 for the Dominicans. Dane Dunning is the new pitcher for Team Korea. Starts Juan Soto with a strike. Couple of bases loaded with Cactus League when this is all said and done. And he's in front of Soto, a ball and 2 strikes.
So far, no fastballs in
for Texas that year. And the 1-2 home. Full count. Dunning and Team Vlad Guerrero next. 3-2 pitch home, and Soto is in swing mode there.
Swing mode, and he just.
The next 3-2. Soto lines it into right, and it carries for on to retire the side. The Dominicans is into his night. He has allowed all of one base runner on a 1-out walk in the third. Jahmai Jones leads things off in the Korea half. 0-1 to Jones, and flare into the opposite field, and there's Korea's first base hit tonight. And he has thrown a lot of sliders tonight. Right back to him. Taylor made for the double play. Do you want to keep him in there, keep that pitch count low? Give that one up. 2 gone, bases empty now for Yun Min Ah. And he is on with the ball in the gap into right center. First extra base hit of the night for Team Korea. Bo Kyung-moon, the Korea DH. 11 runs batted in through pool play, most ever in. Through the first round of the tournament, the Korea lineup hit over 3 strikes. Grounded to third in his first at-bat. For the Korea lineup. So again, watching that pitch count number.
It would also determine, I would think, how long he's sitting in the dugout. Each round.
shutout intact. Still 7-0 Dominican tonight with a mid-game 7-0 lead. Welcome back with Yonder Alonso, Matt Vasgersian, and a still revolving cap to work in this game. And we're only in the bottom half of inning number 4. 0-2 to Guerrero. Oh my, that stays fair. It's way gone. They're saying it's a foul ball. Yep. Two tough boundary calls in this game so far, and the umpiring crew's gotten both of them right. Chopper to second base, and Ladd's retired. It's an international umpiring crew. To being a close game, like, was it set in stone? And his response was no, as Manny strikes out. I think part of that was in for Junior.
All he's done is hit home runs. Been very hard to find something.
And he's homered twice.
Oh, he tried to hit that to the moon.
That's not
him, Vladdy, all these guys.
Fly ball out to center field. And the Dominicans are retired in order for the first time since the first inning tonight. Much of it partial to Team DR, of course. Huge Dominican hot. 0-2. Christopher Sanchez getting
previous inning.
And he makes quick work of Whitcomb. Strikeout number 6. Kim's lone hit in the tournament, a homer. We have seen so many late swing. Stays right there with the fastest doubled up. And then Yun Min-an had a double. Nobody passed second base tonight. Full count, 3-2. Oh. You want to let the advertisers see your pretty face. Got him. Gas. Albert's going to stay with the left-handed theme. And it's 1-1 to Dongwon Park. Doing it. He's not taking anything for granted tonight, but we can certainly speculate. Day off for the winner in this one tomorrow. The 1-2. Got him. Christopher Sanchez ends his night by striking out the side. 8 for the Phillies ace.
Make him chase. 8 strikeouts.
1 walk, 2 hits, nobody passed second base. He was absolutely magnificent tonight. Pitcher used tonight, Jung-hoo Jo. He gets Julio Rodriguez, Agustin Ramirez, and Geraldo Perdomo, barring any changes for the Ds. And last year, where he led the league in WHIP, walks and hits over innings pitched. Second lowest ERA in the circuit. In the air out to left. Jahmai Jones gathers it in.
We'll take a look at
pitching side because of what you just discussed. Ramirez with a drive out to center. It's going to stay in the ballpark for Jung-hoo Lee. And there are 2 away. That's 6. 1-1 to Perdomo, who's walked and singled tonight. Well, you know, the Korea pitching staff, that's one of the things that hasn't gone wrong for them tonight. And this is back-to-back innings where different Korea pitchers have retired the DR in order. Still 7-0 for the Dominican Republic. Yeah. Here is Albert Abreu on the mound next out of the gate for Team Dominican Republic. We had seen Wandy Peralta warming up before the game. He mentioned how it was just a massive disappointment as Kim is locked up at home in 5 straight Korean batters have struck out, and that's a foul ball off the hands of Do-Young Kim. Two balls and a strike. Comes from countries affiliated with the Baseball Federation of Asia and Australia. Doesn't mean anything for our U.S. guys. It's back-to-back strikeouts for Abreu. Broken bat, one that gets through Abreu, but not through Ketel Marte. And Korea goes down quickly and quietly in the 6th. Still 7-0 Dominican Republic. 27-year-old right-hander whose name is familiar to Major League Baseball fans.
It's on a 2-year deal with the Padres. Instead, they went to the softer throwing guys.
You think these guys might have faced each other on a backfield in Peoria
Perhaps.
at one point?
Yeah.
Shared a Tatis, Marte, and Soto. And a fly ball out to right. Whitcomb is in foul territory for out number 1. 4 in the 3rd has given the Dominican Republic their healthy lead.
Those 8 straight have been with good velocity, good movement on their cutters and splitters.
0-1 to count to Ketel Marte, who's hitless with a walk tonight. It feels like they've got this in hand. You don't ever take anything for granted. Ground ball to second for Ha-seong Kim, and 2 away.
It's very fair to talk about it. I will say that.
Ball with no strikes. The count to Juan Soto. Yeah, once again, if this segment of high fly ball for Whitcomb. Busy this inning. That's 3 straight 1-2-3 innings thrown.
Just kind of calm, relax.
Turn off the Wi-Fi.
Turn off the Wi-Fi.
For Mark DeRosa and the Americans. And this place is going to go nuts. Little ground ball for Machado. And the throw brings Vlad off the bag. Lee is safe. On has the only extra base hit of the night for Korea. And one of only 2 balls out of the full count pitch. Got him. Strikeout number 3 for Abreu in just an inning and a 3rd. But that's been a large component to the DR going undefeated in pool play. Through 4 games in that quote-unquote pool. Double play chance. Smothered by Marte and Perdomo. The turn, they get them both. Another clean.
Should they have an off day tomorrow? As much as they would like this, I also feel like Albert wants to get these.
And Santana goes down off the bench, swinging at strike 3.
I would say this: if
and it's 0-1 to Machado. Into left center field. And Manny's going to be happy with a 1-out single.
just love how he stays on his backside here with this curve. It's a quiet speed. And he's done it with the bat.
And he takes a 4-pitch walk to put runners at first and second. And put Julio Rodriguez in a spot where if he gets a hold of one, Durant staying true to his Seattle beginnings in the NBA. 3-1 to Julio. On the ground for Kim. Flips to Kim. And the relay to Whitcomb's not in time. The run rule walk-off is still in play with runners at first plate appearance of the night for Austin Wells. Started the night on the bench.